So Twitter, great platform, great website, great place to hang out, great app. Just shooting off random thoughts into the void. Maybe someone stumbles across it, maybe they say something. Now you're having fun. One problem, speed. Yeah, if there's one problem that I can think of, it's speed. People love to tweet, but they just cannot do it fast enough. I mean, I personally can't think of an example of anyone ever, tweeting something in a rash moment of anger and then ultimately regretting it. It just needs to be faster. So let me show you something here. Let's do a little demonstration. Conventionally, if I want to tweet sitting here on my computer, there's a couple of ways I can do this. I can go ahead, open up Safari, go to Twitter, and go ahead and send my tweet. Try to send something kind of funny, interesting, topical. And then we click tweet, and we've sent our tweet. Not necessarily a terrible process, and a lot of people would argue that using the Twitter app and then composing a tweet will be even faster. And yeah, I probably agree. If I'm gonna send a tweet the conventional way, this is probably the way I'd do it, not using the website, but using the Twitter app on OS X. And to be honest, people have kind of realized this issue of tweets not being able to be sent fast enough, and even built in some features directly into OS X that allow you to send a tweet. Hey, I'm tweeting. It's pretty cool, but I mean, it's just not fast enough for me. Let me show you something kind of interesting here. I just sent a tweet. How can you know for sure? Well, one, we get the nice little notification, but also, if I go ahead and just come to my Twitter page here, boom, here are all my, ridiculous tweets. So this is cool. And I guess the question becomes, in a more serious matter, of course people have tweeted things they've regretted. Speed isn't necessarily the big concern here. It's, why do I want to be able to tweet from my command line? And to that I would say, this isn't a video for your grandma, this is your video for the intermediate to advanced Mac user who just wants to get things done as quickly as possible, and there is no way to interact with your computer that I know of that is faster than keyboard shortcuts and just like quick commands. And everyone knows this. Every PC I've ever used allows you to open files, open apps, just by pushing the window B and typing a command. And even Apple has built-in functionality that will allow you to also open up, files and apps that you want to use super quickly, super easily. And also has built in a few more functions, such as Google searching, who is Kinsey Criswell? And ideally, I should be able to... Oh, okay. Well, you can also define words. So if I want to look up the definition for peninsula, sure. It's right there. And Spotlight has been probably my favorite way to interact with my Mac as long as I've known it's existed. I don't remember the last time. I have a dock. It's over here hidden on the side of the screen, but I can't remember the last time I ever really used this. I mean, I don't remember ever using, Launchpad. What the hell is this? I don't even know why this exists. I don't know that I could ever. Anyways, Spotlight is the friggin' bee's knees as far as I'm concerned. But I recently, I've known about this app for a while. You've probably known about it for a while too. It's called Alfred. And I have resisted it for a while, for a couple of reasons. Let me go ahead and just open up Alfred. Here it is right here. I just thought about this. You can't really see Alfred on my black background, which is kind of the idea, but it's not too helpful for a video, so let's just go back to... And if I go ahead and open up Alfred, you'll see it's very similar to Spotlight. I also have a dark theme turned on. I've just removed all the logos and everything for it, giving it kind of a cleaner, nicer look. It can do all the things that Spotlight can do. For example, if I want to open up Final Cut. Easy to do in Alfred as well. Click a button, takes a sec for Final Cut to load, but there it is. And I can do a lot of the same things that I can do in Spotlight. For example, if I just create like a new folder here on my desktop, let's see, I can, if I use Spotlight, I can open up that folder. Well, maybe I can. Folder. Ideally, I should be able to find it and open it up. It's kind of hidden in Spotlight, which is fine, whatever. But I can go ahead and open it up. And if I use Alfred, also I can go ahead and open up that folder. And this is one of the first advantages of Alfred over Spotlight, is that it's a little smarter about what you're actually trying to open. Spotlight is, I believe, indexes your entire computer, and every time you type a search, is searching everything. And Alfred also has the ability to search everything, but it's a little smarter about what it's searching. It knows what you're most likely trying to open, and it learns from your behavior, as Spotlight does, but I just find that Alfred is consistently a little bit smarter. But more than just being smarter, there's a few things you can do in Alfred that you just can't do in Spotlight. So, for example, if I want to empty my trash can, don't really know why I would. I never would have thought to do this, but since the ability is there, it's super easy to empty my trash can. I can also log off, log out, sorry. I can lock my computer. I can do a full shutdown. I can do a restart, all here from just the command line typing a few things. But the features with Alfred just don't really seem to stop. For example, I can do something as complicated as actually entering shell commands in the terminal right here from the Alfred bar. Like, just hit enter.
This is cool.
Yeah, this is really freaking cool. The list of things we're capable of doing is insane. I already showed you that I could send a tweet. I can do a new email by sending an email to, a person in my contacts. I can play and pause Spotify tracks. What? I probably should turn this off before we get copyright strikes. Download a YouTube video? What? I can shorten links. I can view a weather forecast. I can view really detailed information about my laptop's battery. I mean, oh god, this is just, there's so much you can do. And, I don't know where to stop. Now, as I said, I had been avoiding this app for a while. And there were a couple of reasons for that. One, I knew that it was always a little bit more powerful than Spotlight, but I didn't think that the price, and by the way, this is not a cheap buy. This is, $25, which it's a handy app to have. And $25 does seem like a lot of money to spend on it, but I would argue in the long run it's totally going to be worth it. There are so many things just right off the bat Alfred can do that I don't know of any other app that can do. Not only can it define words as, if I want to know what a peninsula is, Spotlight is going to be very good at that after a few seconds, but I can also just have it spell the word peninsula, because, let's be honest, I had no idea how to spell the word. Oh my god, I just noticed this. I totally forgot about this. If I open up Alfred, type in clip, I get a history of, everything I've had in the clipboard for the past, I don't know if it's 24 hours. I think it's 7 days of clipboard history. But I guess probably the best feature of Alfred, and I like to think if I would have known about this, I would have just bought it the instant I found out it existed, is what are called workflows. And Alfred is an open source app, and that's great because anyone can kind of make additions to the app, build into it, and kind of make that software available. But Alfred takes it a step further in basically allowing people to build what they're calling workflows. And these are really simple workflows to crazy complicated options. So for example, this is one of the simpler ones out there. It's called kill process. And basically what this does is, if you've always had the force quit menu to force quit an app if it stops responding, if something goes wrong, if we have an issue with it. And that's a cool menu. It's not a problem I really have ever ran into too much. But basically the idea is to basically add that functionality into Alfred. And you can see, if I go ahead and type kill Spotify, it'll show me, what kind of CPU usage I'm getting, make sure I'm using the right app, make sure that it is what's logging, slowing down the computer. But I can go ahead hit OK, and end it. And, Spotify is closed. And this is a super simple process. Basically, we just hit kill, and then it runs the script or whatever that kills the app. I don't actually know how killing apps works in OS X, but this guy figured it out and made a workflow with like 3 steps, and it's super handy to have. But there are also like insanely complicated workflows. Just look at this. This is the Spotify mini player. And if I open back up Spotify, Command Control F, I can do things as powerful as searching for individual songs in my library and playing them. Crazy cool. Oh, I guess it's... Oh yeah, there we go. And I can do things as simple as skipping a song. I can pause a song. Very, very cool controls. And this is something that was built in to Alfred with iTunes natively. But for something like Spotify, someone had to build a workflow, and wow. I mean, just, it is a very complex tree of, I don't even know all the things you can do here. You can play individual artists, play individual albums. This is an insane amount of work that someone put into building a workflow that basically gives me, everything from the simple, play and pause commands using just Spotify and my keyboard to very granular, advanced controls over my library, allowing me to search for individual playlists that I have, individual songs, individual albums, artists, let's see. Wow. Jesus, that is... A lot of these artists aren't even in my library that I know of. Wow. Another thing, just adding coffee. If you don't know about this, there's actually a really cool... let me open up the command here. There's a really cool feature inside of OS X called Caffeinate. Your computer automatically will go to sleep, and that's a good feature to have. It saves power, saves time, saves battery life, whatever. So it's a good thing that your computer will go to sleep, but sometimes you need it to not. If you're trying to download an app, if you're trying to install something, you need a computer. Oh, rendering. Oh my god, I don't remember the last time I exported a project from Maya or Blender or something. But if you've ever tried to export a full-fledged 3D render project inside of an app, a modeling app, it takes an insane amount of time, and I don't know how many projects I completely just lost. I get 80% through the render, and then it shuts down. Oh man. It brings back memories. Anyways, if you don't want that to happen, if you want your computer to just stay awake, all you have to do is type in Caffeinate, and there's some extra controls that will allow you to set a time or something, how long you want your computer to stay awake. And as long as this command is active inside of Terminal, your computer is not going to go to sleep. But also someone has built a workflow that makes this even more convenient inside of Alfred. So if I just type in coffee, which one, shorter word, already good, I can go ahead and just turn on that feature. Now my computer will not go to sleep. I can go ahead and turn it off. I can set specific amount of times that I want it. If I wanted to stay awake for 60 minutes, it's really cool. It's and again, this is a super simple, crazy, easy workflow to have, and it's just there. The point is, this is a really cool app. I'm going to go ahead and link below to, I have a Dropbox folder with all of the workflows that I use. There they are. Well, I'm using, I guess 10 of them right now. Yeah, sure. That sounds right. There's a lot of these. There's a lot of these cool workflows, and Alfred is actually just a really great app. You should probably check it out. Let me go ahead and send myself a nice little reminder here, which is also a cool feature of Alfred. Anyways, that's about it for this video, I guess. If you did like it, feel free to like below. It just makes perfect sense. If you're looking for more stuff, I got a whole YouTube channel full of content. If you can't find anything there that you think is interesting, maybe check out my website. It's maxc.co. I write some blog posts there and stuff, and also there's cool stuff that you can download. There also will be a link to that on my website. I'll also leave the link to download these workflows just in the description of the video. It's no issue there. There should be cards all over the place, but at this point, anyways, whatever. It's been a great time. I'll see you next time.